Hey y'all, so I'm going to show you my fall winter borrow box. I do this every single season. This is not something that you are required to do, but this is something that I have found a lot of success with. Um, and this is just something that I always do. I don't do a ton of home parties anymore, just since COVID. A lot of people, I just haven't found anybody to really book any. However, I do have a lot of local customers that love to smell all 80 cents. Okay. So I always have all 80 cents at home. I also have bag parties that I get out, and that can be in a whole nother training. When I do bag parties or pouch parties, whatever you want to call them, they don't get all 80 cents because that's very overwhelming. But if somebody does want to smell all 80 cents, they can use my borrow box, which is this right here. So my borrow box was also used for home parties. So this has every single fragrance that we have in catalog. It doesn't obviously have the limited time offerings, but every single scent. Now, before you ask, every single file that is in here, I'm going to share with you. It's going to be in a board and in the Google Drive, every single file. Okay. Canva links and downloads. I did not make every single thing in here originally. I'm not taking credit for it. I'm giving credit to the amazing people who made them and shared them. I don't know exactly who made all of these things and shared them, so I'm not going to say names, but thank you, thank you, thank you to the amazing Scentsy community that always gives back. Without y'all, we wouldn't be where we are. So we are always, always, always better together. Also, before you ask, this right here is a like photo case. You can get them at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, um, many places. I'm going to tell you, Amazon is usually the most expensive. I have many of these. My suggestion is if you can afford it to get two, one for spring and one for summer. That way you're not like changing out your photo cases. Um, just because I've found over the years that I like to leave some space so that I can put catalogs and some things in the extra. And sometimes you have to change out the labels. That's what I've done in the past. Okay. And these are 4x6 photo cases. You won't find a link for this specific photo case in my Amazon supplies because I'm not going to link a photo case that's $50 on Amazon when you can go to Michael's, Hobby Lobby, any of your local craft stores and get a coupon and get it for much cheaper than $50. If you're paying $50 for it, that's not, no, don't. Go to Hobby Lobby, go to Michael's. I usually don't pay more than 20 bucks. Usually I can get it cheaper. Okay. They have the colored ones as well. Do what works for you. But that's what this is, and it's one easy, one out. The instructions on here, I'm going to read a little bit of it to you. Sometimes I let people borrow this, like my good customers that I trust that I know aren't going to leave them in their car if it's hot. Other times I meet people out and about. I've met people at coffee shops. I've gone over to people's houses. I've taken this to people's workplace. And when you do that, it always is a good conversation starter. I've actually sold more once I've met people at their offices, but some people just want to take this home and then they've actually had people over and done it as and gotten more orders as well. So I never just give them this and no order forms, no nothing else because you're missing an opportunity. You should absolutely, I always suggest having lots of other things in here because you can absolutely turn an order into a party. So there's my little spill. Um, each season, I just kind of change out the label where this one says enjoy Scentsy fall winter borrow box. Have fun smelling all 80 of our current catalog fragrances. I actually don't know if there's 80. It might be more. I didn't count this catalog season. So reminders, please don't leave the borrow box in the sun or the car. The testers will melt. Please don't force the testers in their box. 11 testers can fit in one box. If you need more time with the borrow box than we agreed upon, just text me. Check out my website for LTO products not in the catalog. Invite neighbors, friends, and family to check out the box too. If you want to earn free and half off, let's open a personal shopping link for you. Your friends and family can purchase directly from their phone, tablet, or computer, and you can earn rewards once you reach 250 in sales. Honestly, I always just open them a link. That way, especially now that our catalog, which I don't call it a catalog anymore. I call it our lookbook. I always, before I even give them the borrow box or meet them, I give them their own link. I open one for them so that when I tell them this is just the new stuff. Think of it as a lookbook. My thing says, this is just the new stuff. Think of it as a lookbook preview. Scan for all products, all collections, all the things. I already have a link open for them so that when they go look or when they send the link or when someone's at their house, they're going to get credit for it if someone shops from that. Okay. So that's what that says. There'll be a link for it. On the back, it has my picture. It says let's connect. There's a little blurb. It has my social media and my website on it. Okay. That's all of my signage that's in here. I just wanted to highlight to them that this is just a lookbook. If you've I'm posting this video the day after the news article came out that they have made the new more updated catalog that I printed out. Obviously, I just bought these. This is what they're still going to get for now. So there's that. Now, you do not have to laminate. If you don't want to laminate, don't laminate. You don't have to. Don't be like Chastity if you don't want to be like Chastity. I laminate because it makes me happy and I'm a teacher and I used to be a teacher and I already had all this stuff. You can absolutely print on cardstock. That'll make it last longer. You can just print on regular paper. You don't have to put this stuff in there if you don't want to. Do you, boo? Okay. Now, I will say that the type of paper that you print on matters. That's going to matter a lot more than the printer that you have. If you print on best, that's a setting in your printer, and you print on a paper that's brighter, I find that it's not necessarily the thickness, it's the brightness of your paper that matters. That's also going to be in the link in my stuff. I print front and back and I laminated it. This just tells you it's a lookbook. This is telling them to scan for the more products. I'm telling them to use the Like It, Love It, Not For Me sheet to mark their thoughts and remember their favorites. A lot of people just get this from me at the beginning of every season. They borrow it, they smell all their scents, and they keep their little sheet and they know what they want for the whole season so that they know what they can order. Someone made this and I love this one every single season. I also have this one that someone makes. It's completely up to you. There's a link to both of them. I like this one because it's categorized by category: spice, fresh, fruity, bakery, wood, citrus, floral, and licensed. I like that because that is how I organize my testers. I do new releases, spice, fresh, citrus, woods, etc. If you don't, I realize I haven't even showed y'all what these look like. Okay. Now, mine are not beautiful anymore because I have used them for many a season. So, and I'll go into that in a minute, but use whatever it is you want. I put a couple of these in there. I have both of these in there right now just because I'm showing you as an example. That's the first page. And then I'm actually probably going to put these on a little ring so that they don't all come apart. Then here I just have shop by your favorite fragrance family. So if somebody wanted to go online, these little QR codes, just go to each fragrance family on your website. If you don't know how to do that, all I did was go to my website and on the left, you can click the fragrance family. And then I just made the QR code from that website, from my website, once I picked the little category. Okay. On the back, this is just the fragrance grid for the season from the workstation. This is a little host rewards thing that I created. It just tells them when they can earn free stuff. This is a bundle and save from last catalog. It's still the same. Once again, all of these things, all of it, you're going to have access to. This is a bundle and save page that somebody made last season that I borrowed. Amazing. Like I said, you do not have to laminate it. This is and once again, I'm sharing all this with you. This is a lot. I'm probably not going to leave all this in here if I am giving this to someone to take to their house and I'm not with them. This is more so like for me, if I'm going to take all this with me. Okay. This is a warmer and product price list. I'm an amazing consultant. Put this together. This is more so for me. This right here is more so kind of for me too. This is the all of the different categories of scents with them listed with their description, and then next to it, they have very graciously put like what each scent comes in, fragrance flower pod, scent pack. This is more for me too. And then maybe even for them, if they like, I don't know, it's useful. Okay. Scan to pay. This is if how they can pay, obviously. This is a warmer and product list. Okay. This I would probably definitely leave in there. This is something really easy for them to look at. This has pretty much everything that we have. Some amazing consultant created that. Once again, laminated. And then this is like another, this is a brochure that an amazing consultant made. And I just decided to laminate it because it's really an easy reference for all the fragrance flower fragrances, the scent packs, the pods. It's just something super easy for me to reference to because guys, you can't memorize everything. It changes way too often. Okay. And then once again, I'm not going to leave all this stuff in there. Okay. I may not even give them the big ones. I may give them the small one. You can also print all of these as a little booklet. This would be way less overwhelming for someone I was going to leave it with. So I just print it front and back as a booklet. This would be more likely what I would just leave if I was going to drop that off with somebody. I would leave this. I would give them the order forms and like it has the scan to pay, it has this and this. Obviously, I would talk to them, give them instructions, and then I would leave them this right here. And then I have like the folded up warmer and product list so that they could take that with them. And then this right here. So mostly these are more so for me if I'm gonna like be out somewhere, but they're all just in here to show you. And then this is one of the brochures that is printed out on nice glossy paper, not folded very well. Okay. So I just put all those in there. Like I said, don't give them everything, but those are just some options of what I would do. But this is what I would leave in the borrow box if I was going to drop it off. Okay. Now, let me show you what my tester cases look like. Once I get all this stuff out of the way. Okay. So, new releases. This, obviously, you can see the double-sided tape. It's not beautiful. If you're only going to buy one set of one of these, which obviously if you're just starting out, that's what I suggest, make sure you use removable double-sided tape. Because if you don't, yours are going to end up ugly like some of mine if you try and go change some of them out. I learned that the hard way. Removable double-sided tape, okay? And then I just printed on both sides, you can see, and then these are the new releases. Now, this year, our catalog doesn't have holiday like it used to. I made up my own holiday because some people just really like holiday, and I decided to do it anyway. You don't have to do that, but this is what I did. Okay. Now, but for the rest of them, what I did was I just printed out this is fresh, right? And like I said, 11 testers will fit in one. Okay. Just like that. Now, this is what I did for the back. All I did was take the PDF of our lookbook and I just printed it smaller. I exported the PDF to Adobe. I printed it smaller and just cut it out and taped it to the back right here. That way the descriptions are there and also the people that are smelling, they'll know which ones go in this case. Now, if you're looking there, you're like, there's more than 11 in here. Well, it's because the new releases go in the new releases. Okay. Now, for instance, floral and citrus, For fall winter, you can see there's not as many. When in citrus, there's only one, two, three, four, five. And in floral, there's one, two, three, four. So I combined those two, you can see, and put those together. But then for spring, summer, there's more. So you would have to change this out for spring, summer for it to make sense. And then for fruity, there was two. There was more than 11. And then bakery, there was more than 11. But then spice had more as well, but then too many. Like you just have to make it work for however it is you want to do it. You just make it work. Okay. And then I put little labels on the top of mine as well, just because that's like how I like to roll. And then I'm getting all mixed up. I have to fix this one. And then woods. And then what I do for licensed. And then what I do for the laundry, body, and clean, because there's some scents that like used to be regular scents for like squeeze a day, for instance. It used to be wax, but now it's only in laundry, body, and clean. So I leave it back here. I need to print out the thing for laundry, body, and clean for back here, but I haven't done it. But I leave those in here because sometimes people they want to smell very sweet, but it's only in clean. So I want to make sure that it's separated from everything else. So I hope that that sort of answers your question. When I do bag parties, they are not going to get all 80 cents because they are going to get very overwhelmed. What I usually do is I just get a mix of lots of different scents and they get what they get. If I know that they like some particular ones, I mix some of those in. Sometimes I'll make my own testers of the new releases, or I make sure that they get the scratch and sniff sheet of the new releases, and then they get a mix of what they get, or they get a transition set, and that's it. But all 80 cents for a pouch party is just way too much. Um, if they want to do all 80 cents, I encourage them to do a home party or they can meet with me and do these things. But I hope that that helped you. Um, and I encourage you to go out, book those parties, get fragrance under people's noses. Fragrance is an experience. Fragrance is the very first thing people notice when they walk into your home, into a store, into a space. It is tactile, it creates memories. It is it is everything. It is everything. I believe in this company. I believe in our business. I believe that we are the absolute best choice for fragrance and we will continue to be. So let's go out and change the world. I hope that this was helpful. Make sure you look in the description. And if you have any suggestions for me, I would love to hear them. Love y'all. Mean it. Bye.